Hey, really glad you dropped in. I've been using the Storm for weeks now, and I want you to imagine this. You power it on, and the whole room kind of flips. The old laggy load screens, the little stutters before a match, they're suddenly gone. This rig is for people like you, folks who don't just settle for "it works," but expect solid responsiveness, smooth gameplay, and a machine that actually keeps up with you. If that sounds like you, check the current price and availability while you listen. Sometimes good deals disappear overnight. There was a time when I accepted compromises. Old PC boot-ups took too long, loading maps and shooters felt sluggish, and multitasking meant waiting for one task to finish before starting another. I brushed it off as good enough, until I knew it wasn't. When I finally switched to this, the Storm, it felt like the blur between pressing play and actually playing snapped cleanly in half. And suddenly, playing games like you used to, whether competitive shooters or sprawling open-world RPGs, becomes effortless. The 1TB NVMe SSD loads everything fast. The 32GB DDR4 RAM means I don't think twice about keeping dozens of browser tabs open while editing video or streaming. The RX 6500XT chip pushes games at responsive frames, and Windows 11 boots me into my world within seconds. Late-night gaming, heavy editing sessions, streaming movies while background apps are open, everything just flows. It's not about chasing specs numbers now, it's the feeling. You launch a game, and you're there. No lag, no waiting, no constant "should I wait a second more?" Seriously, don't wait around. If you keep browsing around, comparing builds, waiting for maybe something better, you might miss this live deal window. You could doubt whether a mid-tier GPU like 6500XT really matters. But here's something you wouldn't expect: even lighter AAA titles, indie games, older open worlds, they run smooth with stable frame rates, and background tasks or OS overhead don't hurt performance. For someone who values responsiveness over chasing cutting-edge benchmarks, this shifts the baseline of what good enough should feel like under your fingers. Owning this PC gives you a quiet confidence. You're not worrying about loadouts or minimum specs. You boot up, you dive in. No friction. It changes how you treat a PC, not a tool you tolerate, but a machine that works as fast as you think. It becomes your anchor for everything from gaming to creative work to casual browsing. What you get is fast startup and load times, reliable multitasking with zero slowdowns, smooth 1080p, and some 1440p, gaming potential, future-proofish memory and storage, and a build that doesn't hold you back when you decide to push it. A small downside might be the limitations if you try super heavy 4K AAA games. This isn't a high-end GPU tower, but for most of us, that's a trade worth taking. At some point the choice becomes simple: you can keep juggling compromises, or you can go with the PC that quietly does its job the moment you hit power. And you'll know which one you're going to use day in, day out. If you're ready to stop waiting and start playing, check the price, grab the deal, and make the upgrade you'll thank yourself for later.